Yeah, I was chatting to a man, right? And he said to me, Bings, he said, how do you speak like that? I said, what are you talking about, bro? I speak English. He said, nah, you don't speak English, bro. You speak proper posh and that. I said, bro, I speak English, man. And if I'm honest with you, before I went to jail, I probably couldn't speak properly, right? So what if I told you when I was in prison, right? I used to read the dictionaries. I had so much time on my hands, like I had an abundance of time. I had a surplus amount of time for the first time in my life, right? I told you I worked on my weaknesses. And one of them was speaking, right? And I realized that in these arenas and in these courts and in these police stations and in all these places, they were using language against me. And I was ill-equipped, right? I was ill-equipped, down to the Ross Clark Latin they're using in the courtrooms. Yeah, habeas corpus and all of these things. So I was ill-equipped and it upset me. It upset me because, why? Because if you're ill-equipped for a fight, you can't fight that fight. If you're ill-equipped for a fight, you're gonna lose. And I realized that a lot of our youth are ill-equipped. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. So these guys that have been to Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, whatever, they're looking at these young guys. I was one of them myself. They're salivating. They're thinking this is an easy day's work. This guy don't know nothing. He's laughing when I say he stood erect. Do you get my point? So for me, when I say I worked on my weaknesses, I had to start working on that. So I actually used to read dictionaries. I actually used to read dictionaries. But not only did I read dictionaries, I used to cross-reference dictionaries. Collins, Oxford, Cambridge. Okay, if the word says this in this dictionary, then it says that in that dictionary and that. Okay, so this is the meaning then. This is the overall meaning. And then I learned that the pen is mightier than the sword. Like, I'm one of those people that it's hard to argue with now. You can't argue with me because the logic I'm gonna give you is undeniable. So I suppose I say all that to say several things. One, our youth are ill-equipped in the arenas that they're fighting in. This is why I'm so kind of against like the white thing now and this, that, the other, because it's deemed to be cool, but it's taken away from your articulation, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, and I would love a psychologist to back me up on this in the comments. I'd love that, right? Stop hiding. I need you. I need you to come out. We call you lot Pokemon, right? So our youth are ill-equipped. They're ill-equipped for those battles. Now, I was gonna make this a short video, but I might as well make it a long one. Why not? So when our youth are going to go into court, they don't know how to, they're ill-equipped to read their paperwork. They're ill-equipped to talk to their barrister. They're ill-equipped to even deal with the judge. They don't even have the right etiquette to be dealing with the judge. Now let's think about this. First impressions matter, right? So when our youth, gang, tuggy, I was one of them, don't get it twisted. We pull up. These people that went to Cambridge and Oxford, they see us, they automatically make an assumption about us, right? They automatically make an assumption about us. Now, that assumption is going to be backed by our actions. That assumption is going to be backed by our language. They already think and they already know that we're ill-equipped. They already know that we don't have the mental faculty or the intelligence, aptitude to fight this. So they start telling us rubbish to make their job easier. On top of that, they already have their biases. They are up here. They're up there. We are down there. There's a chasm between them. Remember I was in Canary Wharf at the event. At this important event, meeting a lot of lovely people, and everybody's campaigning for the same thing. It's a fundraiser. It's about, not allowing the prosecution to use lyrics against defendants. It's called art, not evidence. And I believe it was a successful event. It was nice. I spoke to a lot of influential people, and they're passionate. They're passionate about this, and that's the main thing, is just to have passion about it. I always say this, right? I'm on the 30th floor right now, right? And the gulf between the decision makers, the prosecutors, the judges is literally that far. Marginalized youth are on the ground floor or even in the basement, and the lawmakers, the policy makers, the people that matter or perceived to matter are at the top, and the gulf is huge. The gulf is huge. And how do you govern people that you don't know about? How do you govern people you don't know how to talk to? How do you understand people that you would never mix with? And that's what being here is about.
It's about moving the
at the
gauge.
event. And I said, look, from the policymakers and the decision makers and the judges, right down to the street level, that's such a huge gap. That's such a huge gap. So they look at us and they think, you know what? Well, I'm getting paid anyway. This guy probably done it. He's ill-equipped. He's presenting like that. So, you know, I'm gonna just do a half-assed job and whatever. This is where our kids are failing. This is where the system's failing us. All sorts of things are happening. We're ill-equipped, guys. We're ill-equipped. And the funny thing is that there's people my age that are ill-equipped. There's people older than me that are ill-equipped. Imagine that. There's people older than me that are ill-equipped. Can't speak properly. Are not articulating themselves properly. And if you can't speak properly and you can't articulate yourself properly, you're just gonna get frustrated. There's a direct correlation between bad behavior and poor articulation. Why? Because if you can't speak, you get frustrated, you get angry, and I was one of these people. This is how I'm able to tell you these things. I speak from experience. More time I speak from experience. More time. Yeah, 80, 90% of the time. Now come on, guys, man. We need to think about that. How can a man say to me, Beans, how did you learn to speak like that? I speak my mother tongue. I was born in England. That's my mother tongue. We should be able to articulate our mother tongue at the least. At the most minute level, we should be able to articulate our mother tongue properly. And when I say properly, I mean in any arena, at any time. We should be able to, speak to anybody. We should be able to meet people at their level. I mean, if I'm speaking to the youth, I know how to speak to the youth. If I'm speaking to an adult, I know how to speak to an adult. If I'm speaking to a judge, I know how to speak to a judge. If I'm speaking to a solicitor, I know how to present myself. If I'm speaking to an employer, are we doing that? Can we honestly say we're doing it? Or am I just on one? Like, yes, I understand. I had a lot of time to change myself. I had the perfect conditions for change. In fact, I admit that. I had the perfect conditions for change. Betrayal, a lot of time on my hands, equal, just had a son. Didn't have a dad when I was growing up. That will all culminate in the prime of my life. My life imploded on me. That all culminates in having the perfect conditions to change. Now, everybody doesn't have the perfect conditions to change, but at the same time, everybody has to carry their own cross. Everybody has to go through it. Everybody has pain in different ways. Everybody has pain in different ways. I know a man who always says pain is gain. I know a man that always says every lesson is a blessing. So, whatever you're going through, know that someone else is going through something different, but don't judge your pain by their pain, because their pain is totally different to yours, but you will surely get yours, because that's how we evolve. Just call your pain shit, call your pain manure. I'm going off on a tangent at the moment, but these things I'm passionate about. So when it comes to speech and articulation, are we doing the right things? I mean, can we improve our articulation? How many of you lot have got vocabulary apps on your phone? I have a vocabulary app on my phone. Why? Because I pride myself in being able to speak properly. The art of continuous learning and getting better is a proper art. Like, come on. And I don't even want to get onto no one too tough, but we're out there doing the most rubbishest things. Balloons, this, that, the other. Yeah, it gets fun. It is fun. That's why I don't do it. It's fun. It's addictive. I don't do it because of that reason. Yeah, you think I don't want to be, I want a house every weekend. I probably would want to do that, but I don't. But are we doing the right things with our time, man? It's something as simple as getting a vocabulary app. Something as simple as testing your children on certain words. Something as simple as, little mock exams. When they get angry, okay, this is how you do it. Teach them to disarm. Officer comes, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know why. Huh? They go, I don't even, police, me. Come on. You can't chat to me no more. You're right. Just disarm them. Remember one time I got pulled over, I was in DCAT. Yeah? I got pulled over, I was in DCAT. They pulled me over, they had no reason to pull me over, Took my key out, I put the key on the roof. I just put it on the roof before they even got to the car. So when they got to the car, they found the key on the roof. Disarmed. Neatly. Huh? There's a key on the roof. So he's not gonna run. He probably hasn't got anything to hide. He has surrendered himself to us. Now let's see what he's got to say. Lo and behold, Once I put the key on the roof, they walked away and left the woman to talk to me. And once I started talking to the woman, you forget about it. Done, finished. Yeah. You know the thing. Come on, man. And also we have benefits with articulation because you will have the gift of the gab. And once you got the gift of the gab, you know, you can do most things. Yeah? Like, so big up yourselves anyway, man. You know me, man. I'm just passionate about life, man. I'm passionate about helping. I'm passionate about motivation. I'm passionate about healing. It's a hear me now thing. You understand? But, you know, as I speak about articulation, hearing is hearing. Are you listening? I should have called myself, listen to me now. Because it's different, because when you listen, it penetrates. When you hear, you kind of hear on a, yeah, kind of goes over your head. I need you to hear me now, man. Because who don't hear must feel. Who don't hear must feel. I've been to the depths of Hades, man. You don't even want to go where I've been. Yeah? You don't even want to see the betrayal I've seen. You don't even want the people to leave you in your life that's left me. You don't even want to go through anything I've been through. I'm not special. I am not unique. A lot of people go through this. But because I've been through this pain, I've now come home to tell you, you don't have to go through it. Why? Because I'm here to tell you, you don't have to go through it. You know, you can mix the articulation with the bomba wall. You can do all of that. You can just have fun with it. So hear me now. Because who don't hear must feel. And who does hear will heal. Positive is a new gangster, man. And talking properly should be the base level of the gangsterism. Like, we should learn to speak properly. And I'm not disrespecting anyone. I'm challenging you. It's a difference. Some people diss you. You're dumb, you're this, you're that, you're this. I'm challenging you because I know you can do better. That's different. You see, when someone speaks life into you and challenging you, and challenges you, you can't hate that person. Why? Because he's pushing you to be better. He or she is pushing you to do something different. He or she is pushing you to elevate. Come on, man. I love you guys, man. I love you guys. That's why I do this. You think I'm doing this for myself? When I started saying positive is a new gangster, that shit was cheesy as fuck. Admit it. Admit it. But now, people are listening to that. People want to hear it more. Now, come on, man. I love you guys, man. And that's the reason why I do what I do. That's the reason why I'll continue to do what I do. But I've got to know that you're listening to me. I've got to know that you can hear me. If I don't know that, then I might second guess myself. If I second guess myself, then the messages are going to miss. If the messages miss, then we're not hitting who we need to hit. If we're not hitting who we need to hit, what's the flipping point? Now, I told you lot, months ago, I'm taking my time. My voice is like a little bit of a lion cub, but it's ready to roar. And every step we move, we get better. And as I keep getting better, we grow together. This isn't about me, it's about us. This isn't about you, it's about the collective. Yeah, someone, forget it, man. They gave me a word the other day, man. I ain't got it on the top of my head, but it would make perfect sense for this video. Yeah, do you know what? I might even look it up right this second, just for you, just to show you that it's a teaching thing. Just to show you that, you know, we're learning together. See my phone right here. Go to my brethren in the contacts. His name's Buka. He said, I want you to speak about this. Big up Buka. Very conscious brother. He said, here's one for you to work your magic with. Mellorism. The belief the world can be made better by human effort. That means that if we all do our part, if we all strive and seek to add value, then the world will be a better place. That is what Hear Me Now is about. Anyway, I don't even know how I'm sounding. It's just bare passion. It is what it is. You understand? And we always say, if we reach one person, then we've done our part. But I'm telling you, I'm here. And I'm telling you, I'm here for you. So if you're not following me yet, or you're not supporting yet, just support the message, man. Support the movement. It is what it is. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Because even me, I'm a bit tentative with the YouTube thing. But it is what it is now. We're at that point. I can't hide no more. You get what I'm trying to say? So big up yourselves, man. I hope you heard this message. You know, I hope you listen to it.